Chinese travelers going outside of China. Okay. So our next guest is Jerry. Jerry used to be a wild animal freelance photographer, very interesting, and he went from hobby to running a business designing adventure tours for his clients. And also Maggie represents dreamtrips.com, which is a very interesting concept, bulk buy-in, group buy-in in package tours. Let's meet Maggie and Jerry. Good to see you. Maggie, and this is me, Amber. Hello. And Jerry, me, Amber. Take a seat.
Jerry Xu, originally from Shanghai, once worked as a local travel agent. He's also an avid wildlife photographer. Years after he quit his job, he started his own tourism consulting service. He uses apps like WeChat to promote his adventures, including hunting expeditions in Africa and Northern Lights observation tours. He accompanies almost each group and teaches members to take stunning photos of the experience. Maggie May, representative of dreamtrips, was once a software designer. After years of work with computers and figures, she decided to seek out a more vibrant outdoor lifestyle. She joined dreamtrips, where she works with foreign colleagues to promote bulk purchase tours to the mainland market.
Two of you are in, I would say, relatively different niche in the market. I'd like to start with you, Jerry. You went from hobby to business. How was the transition like, and why?
I travel all around the world to these destinations with wildlife and nature resources. I went to India for tiger photography. I went to Kenya, Africa, a lot of destinations, even Arctic and Antarctica. And then I found out that there are not so many travel agencies doing this kind of a business. So I have to search online, search for the local travel agency, or maybe a lot of people who share the same interests, they want to know the information. So I start to be, a provider, provide these kind of tailor-made nature travel packages. At the same time, I can do this kind of a workshop together with them, because they want to travel together with me, because I can teach them how to do this kind of wildlife photography.
How many tours do you run a year?
More than 10.
Okay.
To Africa, Arctic, Antarctica.
How big are the groups?
Usually 10 to 12.
Okay, so not too big.
Not too big, because for these nature destinations, not like a big group, 50 people, we cannot do that. For example, if we have a birding tour, usually just 6 to 8 people. Yeah.
And how different is it now, running it as a business? Is it less fun now?
I think it's the same fun. Yeah.
What is the most challenging part about, adventure-themed tours?
I think for me, I don't really call it adventure, because it's not dangerous.
Right,
even if you are a wildlife photographer, it's not so dangerous if you do follow all the rules in nature. For example,
that's what I hear. It's like a protected adventure, right?
Yeah, because you cannot feed the animals, you cannot get off the vehicle. A lot of rules. So for me, the most difficult part is how to educate my clients, or more people, how to respect nature and how to follow these rules, so that you can enjoy nature and you can get close to this wildlife and take nice photos. I think that's the most critical part.
Well, see, Amber, this is what I call, almost like running a business-like hobby, because if I'm not mistaken, it is very difficult to mass-produce those tailored trips that you mentioned. Yeah. So it's difficult to say that, Jerry, your business is going to scale up in the next 10 to 12 years. That's almost never going to happen.
That's right.
And how do you control the profitability in the business that you run?
It's not very profitable as you expect, because the price is very high. For example, if you want to go to the Antarctic, it's about, let's say, 100,000 RMB per person.
For how many days?
For 16 days.
Okay.
Including everything.
Okay.
But it's not that kind of profitable. Because you're going to pay a lot of money to the expedition ship, the flight ticket, everything. So for me, it's just because it's a hobby. It's not really a business.
Sure.
So I would say I set it to a very low standard, so that I can deliver my service, and at the same time I can travel around the world together with them, take photos. That's my target, real target.
they're focusing on relatively different segments of the market, isn't it? Tell me about this bulk buy, group buy idea.
Yeah, initially I worked as a designer before in software industry. The challenge I had was I didn't have time. I sit in front of a computer for too long, so I got a sciatic pain. And the doctor told me you should make a change. So I decided I left my corporate job and travel living in the United States for a couple months. And everywhere I go, I see people holding this blue flag.
Like what? Do a selfie, holding this flag?
I got very curious about it and find it online and see people post the photos on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And it's interesting. And then I just sit down and do research. Finally, this is a club. It's an international travel club called dreamtrips. So basically, the concept is like bulk buy as same club, and then Costco use membership based,
but for tours.
It's like something sexier travel.
Okay.
Right. So it doesn't give the saving on like toilet paper or peanut butter, but on travel. So basically, you buy vacations in bulk, like 50 or 500 or even more. So it has got the power to negotiate to wholesale pricing.
The way you work is very much different than how Jerry is. Jerry's, from what I understand, is how you cater to personal demands is by one-on-one service. So the way you do it is that you may not have that one-on-one service, but because you have such a wide variety of trips that you can almost find anything.
Yeah.
Roughly catering to your needs. You started in the United States.
Right.
I mean, I surely haven't seen that in China. What do you think of these two rather different market trends, Amber?
I want to travel.
You show this sign on Facebook. You're part of the company doing the marketing campaign. Because people already naturally have to show the travel photos on social media, right? This is just the natural habit with this flag. So I'm traveling here, you should be here with me, right? So more and more people will get attracted to this.
And as you advertise, you become a part of their sales team in a way, and you can profit from it also.
Right.
Interesting idea.
Right. So you got financial freedom and the time freedom to travel around.
Interesting. You see companies like, dreamtrips, where the work that Amber is doing, the traditionally mass market companies are also going into finding niche products. Do you think that, always, the market is always going to be segmented? There is a certain type of travel that is always going to be only available to the very exclusive luxury, high-end, and very personalized tailored trips. And there is a certain sector of the market that is more suitable for bulk buy-in and mass market.
Especially the last decade, maybe in the past several years, 10 years before, a lot of people, they just want to travel abroad to see different countries, and maybe in 10 days travel, they're going to visit 10 countries. But right now, more and more people, they want to go deep. They want to experience local culture or nature. That's the quality of a travel product. But we all provide the same thing, but just in different scene.
I see. Well, I think the moral of the story really is that, with the great democratization in the travel market, that having a personalized trip doesn't have to be very, very expensive and exclusive. What are some of the hottest selling products on your website?
Well, we've got $69 cruise in Alaska.
$69?
Yeah, for 5 days.
Oh.
Yeah, it's amazing, a lot more than that. 5 days staying in 5-star hotel with breakfast and dinner. And in Gold Coast in Australia, it costs $250. Not just for one night, for 5 days in total.
Is there anything more that you'd like to share about your insight, of the years that you've been working with passion in this industry that you'd like to share with us?
For me, it's totally, my dream kind of lifestyle. I can travel whenever I have time freedom and financial freedom. So just go experience life with the freedom.
I would like to say, if you are planning a trip, just to do some homework and find one national park or nature reserve, go there to experience the nature. That's will surprise you.
That is a very good and worthwhile theme, really.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Jerry, and thank you, Maggie. Really eye-opening, interesting. And we'll be taking a very